running a game and the door.
Yeah, I know. I
Are
got
there
the
any
phone
other
call.
comments? Go for it.
I wrote up something for my boyfriend and I.
I'm shaking in my boots.
You should.
He is not able to make the meeting, so we wrote this together.
Who is this?
My boyfriend Denny Swartz and myself. We want to start by thanking the current town board members, Michelle, Ricky, Sandy, Betty, and Attorney Subic. We want to express our complete appreciation for doing the job that you were elected and appointed to do. We think you've done a great job, especially considering all of the obstacles that you've come up against. The lawsuits, the one-sided newspaper reports, the opposition to the town hall project, calling you names and accusing you of having ulterior motives or having your hands in the till, let alone working with a town supervisor who doesn't support anything you guys say or do and try to get things done. At every turn, you constantly had to jump through hoops to defend every decision you made. As residents of the town of Palatine, we are completely dumbfounded that the town hall project consumed everything in the town for the last 1.5 years or more. The board hasn't been able to work on anything else because they've had to spend so much time and money defending themselves, doing their job and trying to get the town hall built. And for what? It still isn't built, and the incoming board members want to start at ground zero and start over. That means spend more money to redo some of the very things that you guys have already done. We're terribly sorry for all of you that you had to put up with this kind of bullying for so long. You're all great people, and we believe that the townspeople have made a huge mistake, but time will tell. As for the incoming town board members, you can bet that we will be watching everything that you do and making sure that it's done correctly and transparently. It makes us sick to think that basically 5 or 6 individuals in this small community could cause such an uproar and pull the wool over the townspeople's eyes and convince them that they will be able to do a better job. We hope that they can do what they said, and we will get our town hall built, one that should have been built at least 8 years ago, without raising our taxes. I know that Denny's dad, Roger Swartz, a lifetime member here or in this area, is probably shaking his head in complete disgust of what the opposition group has done to this town over the past 2 years. He supported the new town hall right up to the day he died 3.5 years ago. We do not respect nor do we support the incoming town board. We just hope that karma doesn't come back to bite you. Michelle, Ricky, and Sandy, you will be sorely missed in our town board, and we are sure you will go on to do bigger and better things and continue to support your community. Betty, we're really glad that you're still on the board. However, I feel sorry for you. And I would totally understand if you didn't stick around. You're the one board member that we have that will continue to push for the town hall, get it built, and move on to other business. We couldn't blame you if you don't continue to work with the incoming board, but we hope you stay and persevere. Thank you and best of luck to all of you. And remember, we will be watching. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys. Yay.
Thank you. Any other comments?
Do you remember, Sarah, early in your first term that I talked to you and my suggestion to you was that you don't spend enough time on town business, and you asked me, did I really think that? And I said, yes, I do think that you spend too much time at Albany or wherever being an activist, and it's quite
being a mother.
evident here
You said that
tonight.
you were concerned that I was a mother and a supervisor. I remember that.
You've never said that to me.
You said that to me.
It's quite evident tonight that you don't see this, you see that because you're not here enough. And I rest my case on what went on tonight here, that you are not on duty when you should be on duty. It's disgraceful.
Thank you. Any other comments?
Yes, hi.
just for clarification, because I came down to find out about vouchers for the building, and how much is the MacGyver voucher in addition to the $21,000 that was billed already, that they proposed to pay today?
$1699.50. $1,699.50.
So we're in about $23,000 in design costs, and now for the attorney's fees, even though some of it is defending the lawsuit, I know we billed $11,000 in July and another $8,000, so there's another 20. We're over 20 grand.
Yeah, but much of that from this last bill is for tax certiorari's. There's 2 tax certiorari's.
Actually, if you look at the breakdown of the plan, which I have in my brief time here, it's mostly Article 78 responses, phone conference, reuse of language for Article 78, appearance before the Montgomery County Planning Board. We're about 40 grand to the bad without anything done here.
Mr. Novak, that's not accurate. It was 11,000 total in July, and there's an additional 8,800 now, so that would make it 19,800.
Okay, 19.8 plus you get $11,000 under contract, correct? So that's 28,000.
Well, that's not part of the voucher. That was salaried work that was expected, yes.
I guess my comments here is that I just wanted to know how much we really spent on this project that didn't go anywhere this year.
No,
Thank
there's
you.
lots from the previous 4 years that didn't go anywhere either.
Any other comments?
$93,000
Mary
a
Lou?
year.
How come you gave him the $8,800 even though part of it was fraudulent?
Good question.
Fraudulent.
For the county planning board, it was fraudulent, all those signatures were on there, and it was given to the.
What's so fraudulent about the signatures on that piece of paper?
Wasn't done in a public.
We
It wasn't
signed
done in
it.
the public
We do
arena.
lots of things that's not in the public.
Really?
Yes.
That's why.
Yes. We have comments that we make. Bob will call or somebody will call and ask us things. We answer things on the phone to people.
Yes, but you should have done it like transparently.
People knew what we were doing. People knew we were doing that site plan review.
I
It wasn't
don't-
as if nobody knew anything about
I
it.
don't think
So stop
so.
making it look as if nobody knew what was going on.
It's public
I
comment,
am
it's not-
appalled that people would think that we were deceitful.
Yeah, but
Stop gabbling
Well,
me.
you're attacking me, and I'm just asking a
Mary Lou,
question.
I'm
Please don't
answering
yell.
you. I want to make sure you can hear.
It's a public comment.
And I
Any
can
other
answer.
comments? Paul?
I'll make it eventually. I don't get up
Yeah,
as
suit the
easy as I
towel.
used to. Thank you for recognizing me, Madam Supervisor. I'm Paul Spencer. Lived in the town of Palatine, Farrar Road. Made my living there for most of my life. Tonight I'd like to address the outgoing council members. I'm going to take a little different approach than what I've been hearing. I'm not going to yell at the screen. The outgoing council members and Councilwoman Sanders. But first, I would like to thank Supervisor Nocoli for the exemplary leadership you have shown the residents of this township during your term, despite the constant attempts from the council and other elected and appointed officials to bully, harass, and antagonize you. You are to be commended on your professionalism. As for the town council members, your reign of terror, error, not that there's a difference, is over. Regardless of the fact that you were voted out of office in November, you still chose to go forward and submit a fraudulent site plan referral to the county planning board. Michelle, you have stated that you do not believe the construction of the new town hall was the cause you and your gangs defeated the polls in November. I agree with you. I firmly believe your ousting from the office was from the dishonest, deceitful, unscrupulous methods you employed to get your ultimate goal.
I am not dishonest. And I will say that. I am not dishonest. Gamble me all you want. That is a lie.
As for you, Councilman Sanders, as the last standing member of the old regime, you do not deserve to represent the residents of this township. The people should be represented by someone who acts with their best interest in mind. Someone who possesses integrity and honor. Someone who is trustworthy, qualities that you are seriously lacking. You signed a site plan referral to the county planning board knowing you were absent on the November 9th meeting when the motion allegedly took place. By signing that document, you along with your cohorts committed a blatant act of fraud. Then on November 19th, you attended a county planning board meeting, of which you are a member. And although abstained from the vote, you still perpetrated the fraud. You had the perfect opportunity to be honest and confess to the county planning board members that you were absent from the site plan review hearing, and you had honestly had no idea a vote had been taken regarding the site plan referral. Instead, you decided to divert their attention by making remarks irrelevant to the site plan. I will remind you of what Chairman Perry said during the county planning board's special meeting on November 30th when they voted to rescind the approval to the site plan because it had, and I quote, little basis of actuality. And he went on to quote, not only has the integrity of the Montgomery County Planning Board been compromised, but also has the integrity of each of its board members. I, along with many other residents, ask you to resign from your position as councilwoman for the town of Palatine, as well as your position on the Montgomery County Planning Board. Your actions clearly show that you are devoid of integrity and you have absolutely no honor. Although there may or may not be punitive actions taken against the gang of four regarding the fraud that has been committed, hopefully any political ambitions you may have will be over before they begin. In closing, I would like to point out to the outgoing council members that you are leaving the office with a legacy. Dishonest, deceit, and not 1 ounce of integrity. Goodbye.
Govern yourself accordingly for the lawsuit.
Oh, I just want to say that there was no fraud committed, and I double-checked before signing that paper to make sure it was legal, and I was told that it was. And we took a vote verbally, and that's all I can say. Nothing was done illegally or fraudulently.
Janice.
Well, this has been a contentious year. I have been here for a year watching all of these meetings and not believing what I've been seeing. I can say that there are 3 separate newspapers that accurately reported and printed this meeting and the meetings at the county planning board. And so it's not one newspaper or one person. And those were accurate reportings. The Judge Seiss cited that this council, this board, did not follow proper procedures, did not follow legal procedures, and had to start all over again. The planning board did say that the trust was broken with this Palatine council because of the fraudulent way this document got to them. And yes, Betty, it was a fraud because you signed it and you weren't even here at that meeting. And by the way, that should not have been signed unless it was in a public meeting. And one last thing is that you guys did this to yourself because you consistently voted against having a meeting for the entire community to attend about this building. You voted against it. And the one meeting that Sarah called so everybody in the community could come and ask questions, you all boycotted. You know, you weren't there for the public, you were there for your own agenda.
Thank you. Ed.
I would like to say, on my last comment meeting, I forgot to welcome the new town council members, and I wish them best of luck. But as the night proceeded through here, and I've seen the actions of you being unprepared and not having the papers that all the other board members have, it just surprises me that you as a leader, supposed to be the supervisor, come here unprepared. And I just want people to know that this is what we're looking forward to the upcoming year with an unprepared supervisor. And as far as costing the town money with the building fund, like Mr. Novak said and whatever, there was money that was brought up by the opposition, and that's what cost the town money. Not anything that the town council did. It was brought up by certain members of the public and that raised the issues of that cost the town money. That's what cost the town money, not anything to do with fraud or dishonesty. there's anything dishonest, there would be other aspects of this, not the town council people. That's all I have to say.
Thank you. Ken?
My name's Ken Ayers. I'm an attorney here in town. For the past 10 months, the town has been embroiled in a great debate. It began as a healthy and spirited discussion about the need, the location, and the cost of a new town hall. Each side entered this debate in good faith, seeking to convince the other of the merits of their position. The debate quickly reached an impasse, led to a lack of confidence, and turned into an appeal for good government. In 1957, John F. Kennedy wrote a book about leadership called Profiles in Courage. In that book, he wrote about political leaders who, when faced with a crisis, have the courage to do the right thing. Kennedy defined courage as grace under pressure. Throughout this contentious debate and the ensuing crisis of confidence in the town board's ability to follow the rule of law, Supervisor Nicoli, by her calm demeanor and firm commitment to open government, has displayed remarkable grace under pressure, the hallmark of true leadership. The recent election shows that a majority of the town's residents understood that they were fortunate to have a supervisor with the personal courage necessary to lead the town through this crisis. We urge the supervisor and the new board to use their election as an opportunity to resolve old differences, find new solutions to the issues facing the town, and to continue to have the courage to work with the community to restore open government in the town of Palatine.
Thank you.
That was very well done.
Any other comments? Okay, then we just need the motion to adjourn. Make a motion to close the second public comment, right?
Second.
All in favor? Any opposed? Any abstentions? And we need the motion to adjourn.
I make the motion to adjourn.
Second. Betty seconds. All in favor? Aye. We need to vote.
What's the vote?
Going
To adjourn.
adjourn the
Oh,
meeting.
yeah, aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Thank you all for coming.